because of your credit, you do have options. Don't just lay down. And I get it. Sometimes we want to feel like it's woe is me. But let me tell you something. These companies don't care about woe is me. They want to get paid. Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today, we're going to talk to you guys about you just lost your job, you just got laid off, and what's going to happen to your credit next. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about that. So, obviously, anytime your income changes, that could affect your credit. That's assuming if you have monthly payment obligations that you obviously have to, make sure to get paid on time and things of that sort. This is when you start digging into your savings, and or using your credit cards a lot more. And we've starting to see that a lot, with people's jobs kind of changing, things of that. So the job market overall is pretty good. But sometimes, it's not the same for everybody. And so you got to know that, hey, these are things that you must understand. Number one, late payments will only report to the credit bureaus if it's 30 days late. I'm not saying skate on thin ice. I'm just saying it's not the end of the world if you didn't make the payment on time and it's 5 days past due, 10 days, 25 days. As long as it's not 30 days past due, you will be fine. You still need to make an arrangement with them, because of course, usually what comes with that is, obviously letters in the mail, phone calls, all that type of jazz, because, you owe them money. So it's best that you call in advance, schedule whatever payments you can do, see what type of arrangement you can make. Some companies will allow you to close the account even with an open balance. Okay, closing a credit card with an open balance is not bad. That just means you still have to pay them. It's the exact same as if a company, a retail company closed. Like, for example, a lot of people have Babies R Us, Toys R Us, credit cards or lines of credit, and those companies close. Same things, with all these bigger brands as well too. What was the name of the company? Well, it's up here in the Midwest. It's called Carson's, and they sell clothes, but they closed years ago. But people still had credit cards with them with open balances, and so you still owe the money. But at the same time, sometimes you're able to make arrangements with them just so okay, I'm not going to keep using this card, or I don't want to keep adding interest, or I don't want to, have it charged off, or whatever the case may be. So you do have options, guys. Make sure you call the creditors. Ignoring their phone calls is not going to help. They're not just calling just to get payment. They're calling to make an arrangement. They're calling to have a conversation. They're calling to understand what's happening. Some of these companies will even allow you to be late more than 30 days without reporting it to the credit bureaus. American Express has done that for years, so you just want to make sure you have things in place. Obviously, use the credit cards for whatever you need to use them for. Take out any, miscellaneous expenses that you don't necessarily need, because you need a mix of budgeting and credit watching. Okay. And so you just got to make sure that you're not using it on frivolous, unnecessary items, as you're transitioning to the next job. But just keep an eye on everything, guys. This may be the time, to refinance that auto loan, to do that to do that transfer, the credit transfer on the balance transfer, from credit card to credit card, just to bring that interest rate down to zero. This is where you want to keep an eye on everything that is credit based. Things that you can pay off, pay them off if you can, if your savings allows you to do so. You just want to reduce everything that's saying, hey, pay me monthly. Hey, I'm due. Hey, I'm due. And that's too much to kind of keep up with. So for the most part, as long as you reach out to them, you should be fine. You may be in a situation where you have to do some voluntary things, like, you may have a car that you can't afford, and you say, okay, what can I do with this car? Before you consider voluntary repossession, go to CarMax. CarMax will easily buy a car from you without you having to buy a car from them. Okay. Dealerships, they buy cars all the time, especially from the auctions and things of that sort. Your car's numbers may line up perfectly. You may owe X amount of dollars. Let's use real numbers. You got the car at 20,000. The car's worth, I don't know, 15,000, but you owe 12,000, but you can't afford to make the payments anymore. And you say, you know what, I can live without the car for now. And I don't know how bad it's gotten, but if it's gotten that bad, you could potentially, actually sell the vehicle directly to the dealership, or directly to, CarMax, for example. That could be a potential option. If you go with that option, you now can, get the car paid off, and now you don't have to worry about being late. Okay. In some cases, you can actually lower your car payment without necessarily qualifying for a refinance. Obviously, refinance is going to be the best option to go. But I've also seen people where they're not able to qualify for a refinance, but they are able to qualify to trade the car in. For example, you could be paying $600-700 a month, and then you trade the car in, and now you can get a car at $300 a month. Obviously, maybe an older car or maybe a newer car, but smaller. But whatever that compromise is, you have to see if you're willing to make that compromise. But again, because of your credit, you do have options. Don't just lay down. And I get it. Sometimes we want to feel like it's woe is me. But let me tell you something. These companies don't care about woe is me. They want to get paid. Okay. And so you got to make sure that you say, okay, dude, is there anything I need to refinance? Is there anything I need to transfer? Is there anything I need to let go of? Is there anything I need to do a voluntary repossession on? And as long as you have communication, you'll be able to keep a lot of these fees down. Okay. You'd be surprised. A lot of these companies they do have resolutions, recovery departments, and they're trained to, yes, get money, but they're also trained to give you other options that the average person may not get. It's just like when you try to cancel something, and then, obviously they say, oh, well, can you do this amount? Can you do this amount? Here are some options, because they don't want to lose you as a customer. They don't want to lose you as a client. And so how can we salvage this relationship without it going a certain direction? Okay. So of course, if you like this video, like it, you want to share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe, as we have nothing but great content on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.